Hello, hello. How was Global Hack Week, Varshini?
It was pretty good. I had an amazing time. I got a lot of time to get to watch a lot of streams and go to a lot of mini events. And I had a really, really cool voice chat with Christine and Maria at the Hackathon HCM AMA. And that was really cool to hear them talk a lot about different hackathon experiences and different things for organizers. So that was really great.
You had a busy week. Oh my gosh. All I did was today in Global Hack Week the last 2 days. Glad I
Well,
asked you.
I guess that wasn't my job. I just wanted to stop by. I saw them in the Discord VC and I was like, oh, let me stop by.
Nice. I was announcing that one and I was like, oh, I should go to that. And then I had other meetings, so I could not go. But let's get started because there's plenty to review and you already got a sneak peek. But feel free to let us know how was your Global Hack Week, your favorite stream, your favorite streamer in the chat, and we're going to keep rolling. In the meantime, first, who am I? My name is Cecilia. I love reading. I'm a coach at Major League Hacking and I use she, her pronouns.
And hello, I'm Varshini. I'm a coach at Major League Hacking as well. I use she, her pronouns. My fun fact is I have a blahaj. You can't really see it because I used the background, but that's a blahaj.
There is a family of blahages in my house. There is also a family of octocats.
Oh my god, I love the octocats. I've only seen stickers. I want the stuffy.
You have to go to an event that has a campus expert that's requested it, and you might get a chance to, or go to like a GitHub event. There's a chance it might show up in your area.
I'll just become a campus expert. That way I'll get the plushie myself.
To be honest, I didn't get one until CatCon last year.
Oh my god.
The campus experts team was like, what do you mean you don't have one? I'm like, I'm not going to take stuff that's for hackers. And they're like, well, here's one. And now I got 2 more at some point, and I was like, what happened here?
Now you have a multiple animal family.
I do. One for me, one for my partner, and one for my cat. All right, so what is Major League Hacking? If you didn't get a chance to join us at opening ceremony, let me tell you all about it. You've seen throughout the week how much we've done for you, but there's more than just that. We run the Global Hacker community. By that, we mean we connect you with plenty of people just like you. And it's our mission to empower hackers, to ensure that you can build anything you want, create anything you want, and learn that much more. Because there's over, oh my gosh, that number grew. There's more than 1.2 million hackers just like you. I'm so used to be like, oh, there's over 1 million. Now I have to like.
I was going through the slides earlier and I saw the 1.2 and I was like, oh my god, we went up like another 200,000.
That's cool. Oh, that's so nice. It's been nice to see it grow too, because a couple years ago it's just 500,000. So now we're growing. But we're here to wrap up Data Week and leave you with a quick little memory and recap of everything that's gone on and tell you what's coming up next. So let's take a look back, and Varshini, mind starting us off?
Of course. So, starting off with day one, we got introduced to Fasten. So, this was a really cool stream, and one of our new partners, and they basically walked us through the tool. They explored the unified context layer, which is really, really cool, and it's a very interesting concept within agentic AI systems. So, in this session, I'm sure a lot of you went to it, but if you didn't and you're interested in it, we learned a lot about managing multiple contexts and multiple data streams and how to build AI agents very intelligently using Fasten's framework. And then I guess I can just go over the rest of day one as well. We hacked with MongoDB. So we had Rosendo come in and do a stream with us over MongoDB, introduction to MongoDB, and a couple of Q&As with Rosendo's demo. So I'm sure y'all really enjoyed that. MongoDB streams are also always super interesting with the data modeling. And then next, we also looked at the vector searches in MongoDB as well. Another part of the really cool, interesting data features within MongoDB. Then we explored design with Figma Dev Mode. We worked with Ryan Lay, and you can see Ryan's got his famous lettuce up on the screen with Figma Dev Mode. So if you don't know Ryan as a streamer, he usually does like lettuce and like Lay's chips related things. So it's always really fun to see his streams, and we got to explore Figma Dev Mode as an additional bonus. Then we got good with Git with Wei. So Wei gave us a really cool stream on improving our skills with GitHub and getting more into GitHub. So day one was pretty packed. We still got a lot more to go. You took your first steps into working with data, and this was with Booli. So with Booli, we use pandas to analyze data in CSVS. So you can see some of that analysis on the screen. Super cool. You can see that like really cool data analysis. So if you're interested, make sure you go back and watch that one. And then we transformed data into Viz using AWS with Vincent. So you can see that data being transformed into visualization using AWS services. Super cool. We had a lot of data visualization this GHW. So, if you're seeing a data set and you want to see it visualized, make sure you definitely check out those streams. Then we detected outliers with predictive uncertainty with Quinn. That actually looks like a really cool drawing. Props to Quinn for that. Really amazing. I don't know what that is. It looks like a heat map. Very cool. And then we worked with agent mode on GitHub Copilot, again, coming back with Wei. And in this stream, y'all worked a lot on exploring GitHub Copilot's new agent mode feature. So we also made your GitHub profile README better using GitHub and my MLH MCP servers. So hope y'all enjoyed that stream. Sounded super cool. And I'll hand it off to Cecilia for day two.
I did not expect day one to be that long.
Oh my God, I was like getting the streams and I was like, wow, I knew there was a lot, but oh my gosh.
That is a really busy first day, and what a great way to start you off. So with day two, he once again had a chance to explore design with Figma Dev Mode. This time, same thing, new picture. But if you're ever at any point realizing you didn't quite get your questions answered in either instance, you can always look back on past Global Hack Week streams on our YouTube channel under Major League Hacking to see other coaches give the same workshop but give you different tips. Everyone has a different unique skill set that really makes it so that way if your question may not have been answered this week, it might have been answered in past months. Then I'll go ahead and do day three because that was very short and give Varshini a long break. We used active learning to do more with limited data. And that was back again with Quinn, once again doing some very pretty plotting. But it looks like you're doing random versus active learning, which I actually have no idea about. So I guess you'll have to go back and check Quinn's streams, find out more about what he's been doing, and get a feel for all these charts he's creating. Because they do look pretty, and I do appreciate that. Like, as someone who'd had to do statistics, I do like pretty charts. Then you turned food reviews into art. That was with Gabriella. Oh, it's always so good to see her. A little bit low contrast, so it's actually quite hard to read, but honestly, kind of a vibe. Then you discussed data and machine learning, where you were back with Varshini. What did you do? Very quickly.
Oh, we went over a couple different data sets and we analyzed them. That's a heat map, as you can see. We went over like a Titanic data set and a California housing data set, and we trained a model and went through a lot of different basics of data like scikit-learn and pipelines. So it was a really fun stream. I really got a lot of engagement and it was pretty fun.
Nice. Would love to see it. Then you explored different databases on AWS with Vincent. Back again, good that you're going through all those basics, especially here at Data Week. It's a good way to prepare yourself for upcoming Global Hack Weeks, which we'll leave as a surprise for later. Then you made predictions using linear regression. That was, again, with Booley, always a really good thing to learn. This comes up all the time. And you worked on unblockable web automations using Bright Data, one of our new partners. So if you were working on their challenges, this might have been a stream for you to make sure that you could answer some of their additional challenges, or even just get a chance to ask them questions. Their whole thing is on scraping data in a way that's a lot less tedious than it used to be. And it looks like you're building an initial pipeline to do that, or plenty else. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that one, but I do know that like this is the place to go for scraping data. And having had to do it once upon a time ago with Beautiful Soup, I'm like, I should go watch that. All right, day 4.
I can take it away now. So day 4 was a pretty packed day too. We actually started off our day strong and we met MLH's top hackers of 2025. So Mike Swift, our CEO, made a very, very cool announcement announcing our top 50 hackers for MLH. So make sure you check out that website. It was a really cool announcement, and every single one of these individuals has put so much work into their journey, and they've done really cool stuff building up our tech community and building up hackathon experiences around the world. So if you're interested, definitely make sure you check that out. All of them have done extremely cool things. Then we started exploring how to simulate natural systems with code with Ryan Lay back at it again. I feel like this Global Hack Week, we've had a lot of streams that are very drawing intensive. Like this looks really cool. Like I don't know what that is, but it looks really cool. Apparently that's a traditional random walk. It just kind of, looks like a walk, but like very swirly. So very cool there. And then we vibe coded a flashcards app using Google Gemini with Stephen. So this is again showing you the power of Google Gemini. A lot of you may be in university and maybe you're going through flashcards. So there's a good use of Google Gemini for you. Then we deep dived into statistics using MATLAB with Booley. And again, really cool drawings. It looks like Booley's just drawing those drawings on OneNote. So really cool way to visualize not just data, but also different ways to do different things. So I'll switch over to Cecilia for day 5.
Day 5, I actually do know some of what went on because I was the one who led our Today in Global Hack Week yesterday. But for day 5, you continued simulating natural systems with Ryan, getting more into creating these maps, looking into noise details. Then you got introduced to SQL with Kari and Iro, a wonder pair of sorts of rare occurrence, frankly, to get a chance to see those paired coach streams. But lots of basics on more of how you would use SQL and other types of databases that are out there. Really important to know as we think about future Global Hack Weeks and also future hackathons. Then you worked on your first data competition on Kaggle with Alberto. I think the thing I called out yesterday was like, ooh, box plots, they look pretty. And also the colors are just nice. But I'm easily appeased by nice graphs. Then since day 6 was also pretty short, I'll go ahead and jump into that as well. Give Varshney a longer break. You discussed EEG data and brain-computer interfaces with Jocelyn, looking into biosignal hardware and what you might use, and plenty more. Then you set up your own data pipelines, again with Alberto, carrying on. I love that he's walking you through all these steps because Alberto's streams are really detailed, but they are very, very, very informative and great to get behind the scenes of what's really going on as you work with different pieces. Then just a bit ago, yeah, we did catch that live stream. We got introduced to Google AI Studio for the very first time here at Global Hack Week with Rosendo. I caught him at the very beginning, though, where he was introducing it to you, so not quite as detailed as we would have liked. But the point is, Google AI Studio is a playground, free use, lots of beta features. It is a wonderful workshop, having given a previous version of it ages ago. So now it is finally ready and polished for folks like you to enjoy and really see what you can do at future hackathons with AI Studio. And if you want to walk us through some of the challenges folks did?
Yes, of course. I actually was going through some of the challenges and it looked super cool. So starting off strong, we've got Mushang completing GitHub quests. So we had a lot of different GitHub quests on our challenges this time. So really cool to see that you're doing that, getting your GitHub profile up, getting your challenges done. Very cool. And then we signed up for a Fasten account. So this one's new. I really liked the stream on Fasten. So if you all did this challenge but want some more information about Fasten, I would definitely make sure you go and check out that stream. Then we signed up for a Bright Data account. Yes, Bright Data is also really cool technology that you all should definitely sign up for and a very easy way to get a challenge done. Then we also signed up for a Figma education account. Yeah, I really like the education accounts for a lot of different companies because they give you some really cool tools just because you're in university or because you're studying. So that's really cool. And then we claim skills badges from MongoDB. So this one specifically looks like it's Soma Hibar. So congratulations, Soma, for claiming your skills badge from MongoDB. And congrats to everyone else that's submitted. Then you worked on your first database. This was looking like MongoDB. So this looks really cool, claiming and working on your first database. Then you also share your MLH swag. I really like this picture. We've got our season sticker, we've got the MLH sticker, a couple of other really cool stickers. Very fun, very fun. I love MLH swag. It's very, very cool. And then we explored hashing algorithms. So we went through a couple different hashing algorithms, it looks like, and went through SHA 256. So those are some nice encryption algorithms there. And then we created a CRUD playground. So that looks cool, updating the product for Samsung phones. Yeah, and that's a couple of the challenges that y'all worked on the topic of challenges while y'all are submitting them and working on them. We would absolutely love if you were able to give us feedback to help make our GHWs even better. We do these challenges, we do these workshops, we do these streams all for you, and we would love to get some feedback on our streams, like this closing stream, Global Hack Week in general, and literally everything to get some feedback and make things better for y'all. I'll transition off to Cecilia for the swag.
Awesome. Well, it's the part that you're probably looking forward to. So, as long as you have done these things, you can earn basic swag, which, as you saw from the hacker who was showing off their swag, you saw that they got some stickers and some MLH swag related stickers, etc. And so by doing that, you need to first make sure that you've registered and checked into mlh.link/GHW for Data Week. You need to also make sure that you submitted an address to mlh.link/address. And if you've been part of our past Global Hack Weeks, you might have already done this. But if you're not sure about what address you've submitted, go right ahead and just have another submission. No worries at all. Just to make sure that that stress is out of your mind. But otherwise, we probably have your address if you're like, I know I submitted it. So if anything's changed, let us know. Otherwise, you should be good to go. And then as far as the last piece and the most important one, complete the featured challenges by our partners. And for many of those, it's just as simple as creating an account with our various partners like Fasten or Bright Data or GitHub or Figma. Many of these are just first create an account, and then the next step in case of Figma and GitHub is signing up for the education pack or student developer pack. And so we highly recommend you do those as quickly as possible. I do believe you are running out of time. They must be done by today. So when we finish closing, you go right ahead and go straight to that challenges site, submit those things so that way you can maximize your chances of getting basic swag in time, because technically it's not over for at least another 30 to 40 minutes. I'm waiting to get an answer back from our full-timers on when exactly the deadline is. But given that we normally schedule this to take up about an hour, even though we don't necessarily do that, there is time for you to go ahead and run through those challenges. They are very simple. If you're feeling lost at some point or you're not quite sure, I believe it was two today and Global Hack Weeks ago, so day 5. It was day 5 that I actually ran through and talked about each of the different partner challenges to complete to earn your basic swag. So if at any point you feel confused, you're stuck, you're worried about it, go back to Today in Global Hack Week streams, skip toward where I'm talking about challenges. I walk you through how easy it is to get these so that way you can earn your basic swag. Now, if you would like to earn a MongoDB swag, there's a little bit extra challenge involved where we'd like you to complete at least one skill badge challenge. And by doing so, you guarantee that you will get a very customized MLH MongoDB demo sticker today. Actually, our full-timers are responding right now. So challenges were due today, but they'll be open for the rest of the day. So get those challenges in today. Make sure you finish those as soon as possible so that way you can get that wonderful swag. And as for what's next, do you want to start us off?
Yes, of course. So in October, we're going to be celebrating open source. So there is our next Global Hack Week theme. We are going to be focusing on open source. So mark your calendars for October 10th to October 16th. Almost a little bit less than a month from now, and we'll be talking about open source, lots of GitHub streams, lots of open commit streams. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Cecilia, you want to take the next one?
Absolutely. So you've been learning about how to use data, but what are some other sources of data? Well, APIs. So in November, join us for API Week, November 7th through 13th, where you can get a chance to work with APIs, figure out how to access your data that you've now been collecting this whole week or learning how to use, and use it in a slightly more efficient way. Again, APIs are very helpful. And you've already started some of the work, I think, based on how we've gone through some of these streams. But I highly recommend you join us again so that way you can get the next stage of your knowledge growing even better and having more projects under your belt by the end of that week. Next up, we have December, my favorite month. If you want to run us through that.
Of course. In December, we'll be exploring the recent advancements in AI. So we will be going through our AI ML week to round out the year. So December 12th to 18th, right smack dab in the middle of the month, we will be having our AI ML week. So mark your calendars for that too. It's Cecilia's favorite month, so make sure y'all go to
There
that.
may or may not be reasons. It's not the holidays, I promise you, it's the weather.
So definitely make sure y'all go to that one. And make sure
We do
you
have a few quick questions. Sorry, the question was more so about whether these things are beginner friendly. And yes, they are all beginner friendly. We always try to make sure that we have very difficulties to really accommodate that folks are coming into all levels. So don't feel afraid. Just go ahead and sign up and do them. You'll learn something out of it, even if it seems a little hard and scary. It is worth it. Okay, we can keep going now.
Yes, definitely make sure you sign up. You will learn a lot of things. And on that note of signing up, make sure you sign up for our upcoming Global Hack Weeks. So I'll put the link in the chat here, but it's a pretty short, pretty sweet link. And it's really cool if y'all go ahead and sign up for that so that we can get registrations for that. And we also have our Midnight Hackathon coming up. So September 26th to 28th, about a week from now, we will be hosting our Midnight Hackathon. So we're going to be having this 48-hour virtual event, basically where your idea for this hackathon can become a career-defining opportunity. So you're going to be one of the first couple of builders or hackers on Midnight, which is a really cool new platform for creating applications that protect user data by design. So something really cool about this hackathon specifically is that 4 winning teams from this hackathon are going to be accepted into a 10-week MLH fellowship incubator. And this incubator is going to come with a stipend and direct mentorship from the Midnight team to help you launch your project. So I would definitely make sure you check this out if y'all are interested in the fellowship. This is a really cool way to get a head start on getting into the fellowship. And I'll put a link in the chat for that. It's also a really cool hackathon. We love doing online hackathons with y'all, and it's really cool to get to do it on this platform. So I would definitely make sure you register at that link.
Excellent. And as a reminder, you can win swag by registering for Open Source Week and the Midnight Hackathon today. So we really want to make sure that we got folks who are interested and ready. And so we want to incentivize you by giving you some secret swag. The winners of that will be announced on Discord, but make sure you sign up today, following up those links for the Midnight Hackathon and for ghw.mlh.io to sign up for our future events. Not quite sure exactly when, but just keep an eye out on Discord and they will be available to you because you'll be tagged. If you want to find more hackathons, go ahead to mlh.io/events to find events that are in your area or digitally coming up soon for you. And if you want to lead us off with the first half.
Got it. So thank you so much to everyone that has made this Global Hack Week extremely amazing. Starting off with our very first round of thank yous. Thank you to Alberto. I know a lot of y'all went to a couple of his data pipelines and data competition streams, so that must have been really interesting. I've never heard of data competition before, and that sounds very cool. And thank you to Jocelyn for helping us understand EEG data. So if any of y'all are interested in healthcare or medicine, that could be a really useful stream for you. And a big thank you to Ryan Lay for 2 of his Figma workshops. Those were super duper cool. Handing off to Cecilia.
Sure. And we've got Bully, who had those wonderful drawings where he was leading us through a couple different things. I'm on the wrong slide. Hang on. Lots of data-related streams. We have Wei, who gave us an intro to GitHub Copilot, which it is a brand new variation on the workshop, so he's definitely demoing that for us. Varshney, of course, for being here with me, but also for running that great workshop on data and machine learning. Yay, Varshney!
And then next up, we've got Quinn doing his active learning, doing more with data, and outlier detection with predictive uncertainty. Very, very pretty drawings there. Thank you to Kari for running that mini event. It was very fun. I saw a lot of hackers very excited about that. And also thank you to Vincent for helping us get started with databases on AWS and an intro to Amazon RDS and SQL, so our resident Amazon expert.
Awesome. And then I believe next is me. I've been mostly running today in Global Hack Week and closing, but more importantly, we have Iro, who ran his first technical stream this past week on SQL.
And then next up, we've got Gabriella, who we saw earlier run one stream. My computer is trying to load, but failing miserably. And we also had Stephen give us a very cool mini event. Gabriella gave us a stream on turning food reviews into art using sentiment analysis, and Stephen gave us a live coding with the audience building with Gemini stream. So thank you so much to the 2 of them for some pretty cool streams.
You froze for all of that, but we did hear you. We heard you. You were smiling.
Okay.
It's like, that's cool. You learned ventriloquism online.
Oh my god, my computer needs to be replaced. It's on its last legs, but glad you heard that. Good that that was said. But yeah, thank you to Gabriella and Stephen.
Then we have Maria and Christine, our lovely HCMs, who were on Discord for an AMA, giving us all the insights on how we should work on our hackathons, organize them, and making sure that we have a consistent and wonderful experience throughout the year.
Next up, we've got Amanda. Thank you so much to Amanda, who is our head of strategic initiatives at MLH. Amanda ran a community discussion on computer science education in the AI era. I saw loads of people in that Discord voice chat, so really looking forward to hearing the insights that y'all had from that. And then thank you to Swift, who is our CEO and co-founder of MLH. He revealed the top 50. So like I said before, definitely make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it already.
Then we have Ro, and Alex, both of which who work our customer success team and are the reason that we have the amazing partners we do at Global Hack Week. So we did have some brand new partners this week. We'll announce them a little bit just to say thank you again to them. But you've actually seen Ro a number of times this week giving you your AI Studio workshop just earlier today. You also had him for MongoDB, and I'm sure he appeared in other instances. He's always around for Global Hack Week, always such a great time to see. Made terrible puns at today in Global Hack Week tomorrow. You're going to have to bug him in Discord and be like, what else can you come up with?
And rounding out our thank yous, thank you to Mary, who is our first party events and league at MLH, and thank you to Siddharth, who is our first party events coordinator in HCM. They are the big brains behind the entire Global Hack Week and what keeps the event running. So huge, huge thank you to them. And as we mentioned, we have wonderful partners who joined us. First up, we have Bright Data, who is working on a tool to make scraping the web that's publicly accessible so much easier. So a big thank you to them on making my life so much easier. But more than that, they have introduced how things can be life-changing with scraping, and they don't have to be as tedious as they used to be. They also gave a wonderful workshop earlier in the week, so check those out on YouTube. We also have Fasten, which I don't have notes on that one. Do you happen to remember, Darshni? Fasten was building a tool, I believe, to help automate.
I got it.
You got it? You got it?
I do got it. I do got it.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, you started it, and now I can pick up because I'm like, I remember now. Asana is a universal remote control for AI agents. That's what it was. I was like, my brain is not. It's slowing down. It's because it's the end of Global Hack Week, and like something's got to give. But with that, they are letting them interact with real world tools and services. And the benefit of this, the thing that really makes them unique, is that they're also maintaining security and proper access controls, which, while that may not be important to you if you're very early in your AI journey, as you grow and develop, you're going to come to realize how important that is. So better to get started now while you're at the beginning of your journey or at the middle and having that exposure before it becomes even bigger and almost too much. So great that they're starting us out with that.
And a huge thank you to our second round of partners, GitHub, Figma, and MongoDB. So if y'all already haven't seen this, I know we talked about this a lot, but it's very, very important to get the GitHub Student Developer Pack for GitHub. It comes with a lot of really amazing tools and helps you develop your developer journey as you go along. And also make sure you get the Figma education account and focus on getting that MongoDB skills badge if you haven't already. We did say the challenges are ending today, so if you haven't done that already, definitely make sure you hop to that as soon as this stream is over and focus on getting that done, because that's a really cool skills badge and you get a very fun sticker that we showed earlier too. So thank you again to all of our partners.
And I believe that's it. So we will see you next month at various streams. We'll hope you join us if you're free and able. If not, we'll always see you at future Global Hack Weeks. We're so happy you're part of our community. And thanks so much for coming. With that, I think we'll log off because I think the brains are crashing. The brains are crashing. The laptops are crashing. It's time to go.
Exactly. Thank y'all. Bye.
Bye.